Hey folks, back with ancient cosmology. My phone is pretty full because it's full of these photos I just took, so it's probably only going to let me record this for like less than 10 minutes, but um, so I've been studying like the Japanese hell spells, like like this stuff. This book is all the most ancient, paintings and descriptions of hell and the underworld in Japan. And, but I think it's actually maps of America and descriptions of America just through, symbolic myth. And it seems to be very similar to the Book of Two Ways in many ways, and the Egyptian Book of Two Ways about the underworld, and the Norse Hell spells. Let's see. So, like, this is the first of the hells. This basically is similar to Valhalla, because in Valhalla it says they first arrive and there's like rivers flowing with weapons, and then there's the Einrigar or whatever they're called, basically the warriors who just keep fighting each other every day and then come back to life and fight each other again. So that's here it's the hell of repetition is located 1,000 yojanas. So that's like, I'm not sure how that translates with miles, but it's a Hindu, Asian measurement system below this world. So below Japan or below Asia. It is 10,000 yojanas in length and in width. The sinners in this place are always bent upon injuring one another. If they meet anyone by chance, they act like a hunter toward a deer. Whetting their iron claws, they proceed to scratch each other's eyes out and lacerate the flesh on each other's thighs until the blood runs out and the bones are exposed. Thereupon come the hell wardens and beat them with iron rods from head to toe until the bodies are broken into fragments like grains of sand. So this probably refers to the geography around there. Like grains of sand could be around there's a bunch of places in the north, because it's probably in Canada and maybe Alaska as the first region of hell, like the kind of gateway of the underworld. So there are places there where there are a lot of little islands, so that could relate to that. Like all these descriptions probably relate to shapes of the geography. They come to life again and assume their former shape. Yeah, but when the cool wind blows over their remains, they come to life again and assume their former shape. So that's the same as in the Norse Valhalla, hell, same thing. And the Norse say Valhalla is where the fallen warriors go. So this is the same thing. People who fight and kill other people go to this part. Of course, people try to make Valhalla like it's a reward, but it's all relative in mythology. Let those beings come to life. Deva King. So it probably relates to some part of the sky as well. The Deva Kings. It probably relates to the realm of the Deva Kings, which is probably maybe the sphere of Saturn or something. I'm not sure. Wait. On the outside Of the four gates of this hell are 16 special places which belong to this hell and which are also hells. The first of these is called the place of filth. This hell is filled with hot dung and filth, which is very bitter in taste and full of worms and hard bills. The sinners are put into this hell and forced to eat this hot dung while the worms crawl all over them, chewing and piercing their skin, gnawing their flesh, and sucking the marrow from their bones. Those who have killed deer or birds fall into this hell. The second place is called the place of the revolving sword. It is enclosed with black iron walls, 10 yojana in height. So that's similar to the Egyptian Book of the Dead and Books of Two Ways. Is for each region, it will often say there were walls so many meters in height, but it usually says bronze. So it might be that whatever bronze signifies for the Egyptians is signified by iron for the Chinese or for the Japanese, and maybe the Asians in general. It is filled with burning fire, in comparison with which an ordinary fire seems like snow. When the body comes into contact with this in the slightest way, it shrivels up. Okay, this is something actually talking about how the Zoroastrian apocalypse or the Judgment Day or something ends with hell being like added to the world or something. Where the hell is it? Hell, the land of hell to enlarge the world. Even the serpent Oz is purified, and God brings back the land of hell to enlarge the world. So this is like Zoroastrianism is what Christianity came out of, basically, and probably modern Judaism as well. It's like a monotheistic, re-rendering of paganism, just like Judeo-Christian stuff is. Then it says like the sea becomes sweet again. So I think it's probably symbolic, or it's talking about like basically some major geological thing that will happen like in 1 trillion years. According to Buddhist beliefs, we humans live on the continent of Enbudai, located, so humans, but that means like Asians and Europeans and Africans, because traditionally, the land of the humans is whichever hemisphere you're on, and then the opposite hemisphere is the land of the dead. So Afro-Eurasia is called Enbudai. To the south of towering Shumisen, the mountain at the center of the world. So that's just like Mount Meru, symbolic. Many layers beneath this Enbudai spread the 8 great Buddhist hells. At the deepest level is the most frightening hell of unimaginable suffering, known as the hell of constant suffering, Mugen Jigoku. With the world of Shumisen are 6 realms, Rokudo, of transmigration, one of which is the realm of Buddhist hells, Jigoku. The other realms are those of hungry ghosts, beasts, Shura, humans,